If you spit on me, we're done.
No, kids are very tough these days. You have to understand and be patient with kids, and you also have to find an intrinsic reward in knowing that you're going to have rough days. You're going to have a lot of rough days, but man, there are just moments where you realize it's all worth it. And I'm sure your mother will tell you the same thing. For every kid that spit on or towards her, I'm sure there's 10 kids that'll say she's their favorite teacher, and we'll give her notes and tell her how much they appreciate it. It doesn't happen often enough for teachers, just like parents, but when it does, it makes it all worth it. And I think teachers are highly motivated individuals who really have that need and that calling to better people's lives, because I'll tell you what, they don't do it for the money. And you could say they have summers off, but a lot of them really don't. It's a difficult job and it's a thankless job often. And a lot of times I find in society today, we tend to blame teachers for all of our problems. It'd be like blaming firemen for fires and police officers for crime. But when kids aren't learning or when something goes wrong in a school, we blame teachers. And it's unfair because teachers only have so much control over what's happening. A lot of times it's what's happening outside of school that affects what a student's doing inside of school. So it is a tough job and it's a rewarding job at the same time. But God bless teachers, because without teachers, I don't think anybody here would have a future or would have had any sort of success. I can think of all my great teachers I've had along the way, and not just at school, but in wrestling as well. And what they taught me wasn't just what they were trying to teach me, it was how they treated me that taught me the.
Ryan, I hear you there. Let me ask you this, though. I'm sure, even though you're not a special education teacher, I'm sure you've had students over the time who had maybe a learning disability or who were on the autism spectrum but had a high understanding of the world. How did you adapt to their world?
Just that you adapt to their world. Yeah, of course, as a principal and assistant principal, as a teacher, I've worked in all different kinds of classrooms and all different kinds of kids, and every kid is special, and you have to find something to love about every kid, even some of the more challenging ones. But any of the autistic students or some of the students with different learning disabilities or different what I love about them is they have their thing. And if you're able to adapt to them and really understand what they love and why they love it, then it kind of opens up a whole world of, a relationship. And one of my favorite places to go was our 12-1-4 room, which is with some of some of our more challenging students who had trouble learning, but to watch them learn and watch how excited they were and watch their teachers really shine and really kind of glow when their students had major breakthroughs. It's so rewarding, and every kid deserves that chance. I mean, every kid's unique. I say to my kids all the time is it's weird to not be weird. Everybody's weird in their own way. It'd be weird if we weren't.